This has got to be the best day trip from Lima, Peru. And somehow no one's talking about it. We've spent the past month living in Peru's capital, exploring iconic sites and lesser known gems, but nothing prepared us for this. A hidden canyon, a rappel down the cliffside, and an underground waterfall. The best part? This tour is so local, it's only offered in Spanish. So naturally, we signed up. What we found was wild, beautiful, and totally unforgettable. And if you're planning a trip to Peru, this belongs on your bucket list. Let us show you why. Our day started before the sun came up, getting picked up in Lima around 5 a.m. From there, it was about a 4-hour drive to Autisha Canyon. As the city lights faded behind us, we watched the sunrise over the Andes and slowly made our way into the mountains. We stopped in a small town for breakfast where Danny discovered his new favorite Peruvian snack, papa rellena.
That's really good.
It's a deep-fried potato stuffed with meat and spices, and he was an instant fan.
We just got off the bus after about a 3.5-hour drive, and the roads are so narrow. I'm sitting on the edge, looking out my window. I can't even see the road, and just thousands of feet drop off. I'm calming down. I'm excited, but I am asking myself, what am I getting into?
In case you're new here, Danny has a huge fear of heights, and while he always challenges himself to overcome it, his nerves increased as we made our way over to the bridge, which is actually one of the highest in Peru. And while we were here to hike and rappel, some of our tour group signed up to jump off the bridge in a full-on bungee swing. Danny could barely watch.
Why do I agree to go do these things? Can you see all of that? Oh, you look so excited.
I'm why you agreed to do these things.
Why did I agree? This is the bungee jump portion though, right?
Yes, which we did not sign up for.
We did not sign up for this. Okay, good.
Yet.
No.
We quickly learned that this was much different than the bungees we were used to seeing. So much of a bungee jump as much of they throw you off the bridge and you swing reasonably far down. No, I'm not. I will not be doing that ever in my life. With excitement and some anxieties high, we got back in the van for a short drive to the trailhead to start our hike into the canyon.
Are you ready for this?
So I'm actually extremely grateful because I thought that bridge up there was what we were going to be rappelling down from, and I was really afraid to climb over that railing.
Do you feel a lot better now knowing that that is not where you're rappelling from?
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a more traditional rappel, and I'm very grateful for that. They brought us to the swing and started throwing people over.
We did think that the bungee swing was happening after the hike and rappel, and so there was a bit of confusion. Not sure if we had mentioned, but in typical Mayberry fashion, we did ice climbing in French when we were learning French, and now we are doing this tour and it is entirely in Spanish. Yes. And we've only had 2 weeks of in-person classes at this point, so we're doing our best.
Yeah, and they're usually giving very important information, and
I get that part. All I hear is muy importante, and then I'm like, and then I don't know what else is happening, but I know it was important. I'm really excited, and I think we're gonna get going.
We set off down the trail, which was a nice even path, pretty flat most of the way, and amazing views of the river and the gorge.
We got our first sights of the cave that we're gonna be rappelling into. It is massive. Oh, this feels so good. We've been really enjoying our time in Lima, but it's been a long time since, or feels like a long time since we've been out on the trail in the mountains. Oh, this is such a great day, and it's only just beginning.
And that's the freaking bridge they were throwing people off of.
Danny's still fixated on the bridge.
One thing to note is that you do need to have change on hand to enter the canyon.
5 por persona? 10.
No.
Like we said, first couple weeks of Spanish class. Wow.
Now we're stepping into the canyon.
As you enter the mouth of the cave, you clip into a cable system, like a very beginner level via ferrata. After waiting our turn, Danny made it down the first small rappel, knowing that the big one was still to come. I made my way down after him, and then spotted the wall we would descend later.
That's the big one, so we're rappelling down that one, babe.
Alright. Stop hitting my head like a couple of pros.
Even I've hit my head, which is surprising, because I'm not that tall.
Alright. First challenge unlocked. How do you feel?
Awesome. How was that for you?
That one wasn't too bad. Actually, it wasn't that bad at all.
Standing on the platform inside the gorge, the views were unreal.
This is amazing! Oh my gosh!
But we still weren't totally sure what was happening next. With the language barrier, we had been piecing things together as we went. Then our guide motioned us toward a narrow staircase tucked into the rock wall. As we started descending into darkness, we figured, okay, this must be the cave. But the moment we stepped out of the sun, the temperature dropped fast. I went from perfectly warm to instantly freezing, and suddenly regretted not bringing my jacket with me.
Wow, that's a real shift. Oh no, I left all my layers on the bus. I was shedding layers this morning.
You've got the drone, but you don't have.
Yeah. Priorities.
As we entered the shaft, we got our first look at the awesome series of ladders leading all the way down as far as we could see.
The fact that you cannot see the bottom makes this very interesting. I just see flashlights down there.
That's awesome. They don't show this part on the internet. This is why we do this stuff. This is why we do it, to try and bring the experience to everyone else.
One by one, we climbed down the series of metal ladders inside the old dam shaft, carefully navigating platforms and narrow openings as we made our way deeper underground. It was dark, damp, and steep, but Danny, despite his fear of heights, focused on his breath and took it one rung at a time. At the bottom, we stepped into a tunnel carved through the rock, and with every step, the sound of rushing water grew louder and our excitement was building. We hurried along one last obstacle, a mesh walkway of sorts, and finally caught our first glimpse of one of the things we had been most excited to see.
Danny! Oh my gosh! You can see the waterfall!
After living in Hawaii for 20 years, we've seen our fair share of waterfalls, but this has got to be the first we've seen underground. To see the water forcefully shooting out of the canyon wall with its beautiful blue color definitely made this the most unique waterfall we've ever seen.
This is something else. I don't even know if you can hear me because the waterfall is thundering. But the color of the water, the power of the water, and then you look up and you see like a peekaboo view of the blue sky with the canyon walls. This is awesome.
We decided we needed to get even closer, which meant taking the slippery path to the bottom of the falls. We could have stayed there all day, but the unfortunate thing about guided tours is that you are not on your own schedule, so we reluctantly pulled ourselves away. We went back up the mesh walkway and then up and down a different tunnel until we reached a small cave with some really cool residents. There were several bats along the walls, but one in particular stole the show. After the fun detour where our guide shared a little more history about the dam, we went back the way we came, up the series of ladders and back onto the platform. And it was finally time for the big rappel, 30 meters or 90 feet down the wall to the canyon floor. Our guide gave a brief demonstration and made sure we were ready with our equipment.
So they just gave us our gloves for the rappel, and clearly it's one size fits all, or as I like to say, one size fits most.
We watched as the group made their way down one by one until it was my turn. It was such a blast rappelling down the wall, and when I reached the bottom, there was just one person left to go.
Oh, that was amazing. And now I'm just waiting on Danny. It's his turn. I'm so proud of him for facing his fear again. Hopefully this goes well for him. I think he'll do fine.
And then there was one.
Next. Ahora piernitas.
Got it going. This is terrifying. My legs are shaking. Just going down. Doing nothing but going down. Just walking down the wall. Don't need to worry about it. Just walking down. Feet are barely touching.
There he is. You did it! Yes, Danny! How are you feeling?
Well, I was singing down the wall.
You were singing?
I was singing, just going down the wall.
Oh, is it kind of like a just keep swimming?
Kind of like I just keep swimming, exactly. How do we feel, hon? How do we feel?
What an awesome experience. How did that feel for you?
As I was backing up, I was very aware that I was getting closer to the edge and the anxiety just spiked.
But you handled it so well, honey.
Thank you, beautiful.
Like, I'm really proud of you.
But how was it for you? Because you're the adventure person. I'm the let me push myself person.
Well, I'm just so proud and grateful because you always come on these adventures, you know? And you never say no. And that's awesome.
Oh, this is too beautiful. Gonna sign off here?
Yeah, let's sign off here. It has been such a cool, adventurous day. I think this is what we were kind of craving. We love Lima, but we really love being out in nature, and this was way more our speed. So great day here in Autisha Canyon. And be sure to like and subscribe because we have a ton of other adventures coming up. We are here in Peru for a few months, so stay tuned.